We're not catching anything, but I'm going to do a quick review on this. Yeah, Charles said, hey, use the Zephyr. He's got the whole setup here. And this is, I'll let you guys get a good look at this. This is the whole combo here. The Kastking Zephr rod and reel combo. And it does work good. And I'm going to show you here casting with it, but I'm going to make a few observations right off the bat. I've used it about 10 minutes, 15. And I can already spot a few things that I do like and I don't like. I believe there's bushings, maybe not all the way through, but that should spin freer. And the spool does not like to be, the max setting is up here. Charles was here, I come back a little bit. When I tried to go to there, it will backlash. So the brakes are pretty much turned up. And I'm throwing this little chatterbait. If you remember my last video, how much it weighed, it's a little bit heavier than the 16th, but it's not to an 8th. But what we kind of have going on, like what Charles has thought about this setup too, I'll talk about what I like about it. It is a clean, awesome feeling, real smooth, probably smoother than my fish band reels. But it does have, anybody familiar with the spool, it is on the heavier end for nowadays. BFS reels, and that braking will kind of tell you that. You got to run the brakes kind of high because that spool, once you get it moving, it's heavier, it takes more to slow it. But I think it's a little bit of a mismatch because that tip is crazy soft. I think this rod will throw way lighter than what the reel's capable of. Doesn't mean it won't work for you, but I think if they want to keep that combo going, you know, selling the Kastking rod and reel, they need to put a lighter spool in the reel, and they actually should offer you a little stouter, maybe same length, maybe a touch longer, I don't know, but a stouter rod for sure to go with this exact reel, the one that's out right now. Because it is a true, what I would consider ultralight tip. It's not a light. They need a light version of a Zephyr rod to go with this reel. Because not so much just me, but Charles even, he likes the light in between a ultralight to the light. He doesn't like the ultralight tips. Like you've seen the lure killer that I like. Charles likes that rod, but he actually likes it with the light tip it comes with, not the ultralight. And I'm kind of like with him on this, for as far as this being a combo. That is so soft. Like that is, I want to say that's softer than the 522 SUL. Let me check it real quick, which is a super ultralight. Yeah, it's every bit as soft. So it's more, if you guys are familiar with the Tettons anyway, it's more of a super ultralight than it is a ultralight tip. What do they call it? They call it just ultralight, but it's actually, yeah, it's closer to 1 grams. It's actually probably even lighter than that. So as I'm using, I'm just getting it. Nothing's biting. We can't buy a bite out here today. So I can't tell you as far as the drag, but I thought the Kastking came with a clicker, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yours ain't clicking.
No, it doesn't have a.
This
drag,
doesn't click. This clicks,
clicker. It's got a,
and the drag star clicks, but the drag clicker, there's no drag clicker on the Kastking.
No,
I thought they said, well, they definitely, that's something they need to do on the reel. This reel needs an improvement. It's actually palms real nice. It's bigger.
It's got a clicker on the
yeah, the brake
and on the star drag, but not the drag.
Right, the actual this part. So definitely needs upgraded to just be on par with the reels that are in the same price point, $65, like the PW100 upgraded one. It needs to have the clicker, and it actually needs a lighter spool, but everything else, I would suggest bearings in here. You should be able to just, kind of like that one does, but see how they stop that quick? That tells me there's bushings for sure. Probably both sides, which to keep the cost down. I know it's not a deal breaker, but I know this rod can cast way down. The reel, probably not so much. And then the problem is, say you want to throw just, you know, your average light baits, 4 grams, 5 grams, which it says, I think it says it's rated to 8. Am I reading that right? It says line 2 to 10 pounds. I would not want to put 10-pound line on this rod, that's for sure. Lure weight 1 to 8 grams. I wouldn't want to throw 8-gram bait on this thing. What is that, like 3/8 ounce? Is that?
Yeah. That's
what,
heavy.
8 grams? That ain't no way I'd try to throw anything. Oh, I had a backlash there. I am throwing into the wind. I think I see why Charles had this all the way dialed to the number he had it on. Because if you get out in the wind, I'm going to go one back. So he was there. I'm a couple away from that, just seeing how free I can cast. I like to cast a reel as free as it'll let me cast it. But I want to be able to, we are thrown into the wind. That really wasn't nothing to do with the reel's fault. One click more brakes and no issues thrown into the wind. And I don't know if you can make out how far I'm casting, but it casts. Oh, that was a, dude, that was a backlash that didn't backlash. That line was jumping off that reel like that, and I just watched it, and it did not catch it. Went ahead and pulled it out. Oh, I just had a hit, Charles. Oh my God. We're getting excited. Like if something bumps it, we're like excited because we have not had no action. We've had 2 or 3 little bumps.
It's been a horrible morning for
Yeah, it's like, whoo, one hit it. We've been here probably an hour now, maybe longer.
What are you throwing?
That little bitty micro chatterbait.
Oh yeah.
I've tried everything. But anyway, to wrap up this, it feels like the feel, other than these not spinning freely, but once you're grabbing it and reeling it, you can't even really feel that anyway. But the look and the feel, it feels like quality. It feels very nice. It feels more like, what is this? How much is this? How much is a rod?
I want to say it's $60 for the rod and $70 for the reel.
Yeah, so 125, 130 bucks. That's actually a very good, for a pretty much awesome looking and feeling combo that does work. I mean, it's very, I'm like Charles says, I'm kind of picky when it comes to a lot of stuff. But, oh, I had another hit. I think they're all down here, Charles. We went the wrong way. But I mean, I think it's worth that, especially if you're a Kastking guy. I know Van off of Average Joe's, if he don't have one, he needs to get one just to be able to throw that little bitty stuff. The problem is with me, and I'll tell you I guess the main reason why I probably won't own one of these. Like Charles says, for the creeks and stuff, what do you use it for? But my favorite thing to do with BFS gear is throw everything that you normally would be out bass fishing with the spinning gear. Oh, there's another little bump. This setup isn't truly capable of that. The rod is perfect for the small creeks. The reel's going to suffer just a little just because of the weight of the spool. You can still do it, but you could do it easier with just the PW100, the clamber, several reels, the new lingle that I've yet to try. Should be able to outcast this thing, and the Black Knight 2. None of them are going to look any better. They're going to be a little smaller, weigh a little less. You'd be hard pressed, in all honesty, to find a BFS combo that would look better than this one.
Yeah, it is pretty simple.
That is a true combo. Look and feel and just have that. And of course, we fish with braid. It's hard to call rod sensitive when you're fishing with braid because everything is sensitive. The braid makes everything sensitive. But it is just as sensitive as most of your, any of the other ultralight rods I've used. Of course, I haven't caught a fish on it. I have no idea how it feels when you're fighting a fish. I'm trying to figure that out. But then you guys think about, I just saw him follow the bluegill.
Oh, okay.
Followed it right to the frickin' boat. That's a little bluegill. Look at this place we're at. Man, this place is awesome. If you're a BFS or ultralight fisherman, you come to a place like this and you're just like, oh, this is it. This is like heaven. Like the place I call paradise because the water's so clear. This is close to paradise, but it's not that clear water. Which, in all honesty, usually, I got something, Charles. Oh! Charles, I missed him.
I missed it?
I'm gonna wrap up this video. look for this video. I'm going to call it Trouble in Paradise, probably, if we even make a video out of it, because we may not catch anything. But at least you saw that the struggle was real. That little bait, I had something. I saw a little bluegill chasing it. But the Kastking Zephr combo, would I call it legit? Yes. Would I call it something I probably look for? No, because like I mentioned, I go for, you know, something that covers in the 661 Teton, that range are my favorite. This I would put more like the 522 SUL, not even so much the 632, of more towards that ultra, super ultralight spectrum on the rod. The reel, yeah, it would, I guarantee you this reel would be perfect for anything from this bait I got on up, even up into some big weights. The reel for sure. But when you go to that, you guys are definitely looking, you're wanting to buy something just for streams, I can't recommend this combo because of the reel. The rod, yes, not the reel. But what do I know? I just fish, not for a living. If I fish for a living, I would be, well, I still wouldn't know anything really. Right, Charles? Yeah. All right, guys, wrap it up in under 12 minutes. Kastking Zephr. Do I give it a thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. It's not 100% for me, but I'll be honest. If Charles wants to get rid of this, I may try to talk him out of it and do some trading, because the dragon, he actually likes the dragon. As you've seen in the other videos, that I kind of, I'm not so on it, because it's just a little softer even still yet. This rod is even softer than that. But I do go with Charles to these small streams and creeks, and I would probably rather have this rod, honestly, than my other rods, because I do like the way it looks and feels. It's probably that, it's like the 522, but it's got yet a little bit stouter, overall fancier looking handle. So, I don't know. But I do give it a thumbs up. Kastking Zephr. Yeah, it's legit. I like it. And if you guys are, some of you are like me, you just end up with you just want to try everything. You got a bunch of everything. Oh, this tree looks too good. I'm going to back up. As I get out of here, look forward to the video. I'm going to switch to something else, not the Kastking Zephr, because I'm going to jig in this little tree we're just passing over. But anyway, and then I might do another video with this, especially if I end up getting one or getting this one from Charles, or just if we start catching something in the day, do an update video. But first look on the water, feels pretty good. I'll show you one last as I get out of here. The casting, I'm gonna cast right over Charles's head. No backlash, all the way to there's a little stick sticking up. I'm gonna try to take Charles's fish from him. No, we're gonna catch a fish on this Kastking Zephr setup, Charles. Dang it. Oh, I had a bite. They're out in the middle, Charles. You're on top of them. Slow down. I just did have a hit right in the middle.
Probably followed it out.
Well, that's a possibility. I'm gonna do a little. I do like the way it fits. I mean, it just works. Can't say I can't put it down, but there's like no need to. It's casting this perfectly. And this bait is one of the only baits I've had anything nudge or hit at.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's just a little bluegill, but still.
Right, and it is perfect for that. Them little, not the micro or minis, the ones that are even smaller than that. Them little bitty chatterbaits that come with the hard, soft plastics. That littlest one, which should work at them little creeks. I'm going to try it there too. What I'm doing, I'm just throwing up in the shade and then I'm just reeling it back slow. I'm going just fast enough. Oh, that was a good hard bump. They're starting to turn on. They're starting to turn on, Charles. Starting to turn on. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll put if I catch one on this, I'll put it probably at the end of this video. But thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to more videos on testing the BFS stuff, catching bass in general. They're coming. See you later. Well, that's the thing. I don't want to break it up. If I get it from you, I'm gonna want to keep it together. So I just have to check and make sure it'll throw what I plan on throwing at the creeks, I guess. I was showing fish there. This little bait actually works very good. And if it gets pecked at, it should stick them because it's got those little bitty hooks. And this setup throws it excellent. Got one. Told you. And if I get it in, I'm gonna tag this. It's a bluegill, like I thought, on the end of the footage. Got that back hook right. Okay, we're going out in the water. Me and Charles made the trade. I did this in a review. It was still Charles's. Now it's mine, and we'll be able to fish with it more and get more on it. There's a cow patty right there. Don't step in the wet cow patties. They're not good. I'm still just throwing my new toy. Me and Charles traded. He's actually throwing his new toy too. He's got the dragon rigged up and fishing it. Oh, there's another one right there, Charles. Throw on that point. I'm gonna turn the boat. On that point right there. Man, that looks cool. I don't know if you guys, yeah, I'm recording. Can you guys see that? I'll try to show him over here down in the water. Oh, look out. He's hooking it.
Oh, you got that crankbait.
Yeah. Can you guys see how clear that water is? See the sun hitting him and reflecting off of him? Yeah, I got that little BPS crank kicking it. But right in that area, that point should be good.
Yep, like right there.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that. Stage it up there.
Oh, he spit it.
Come on. He had one. That camera may have picked it up. Keeping this one too, or?
Sure, why not?
Charles is keeping them, so he's got to put them on a stringer. Try to catch another one for you while you got that stringer out. I'm drifting. I guess I could just let us drift by it.
Dang, he's got some teeth too.
Yep, but the old Kastking so far is legit.